When Paragon was first introduced into Diablo III, as part of patch 104 back in August 2012, it was on a per character basis and it had a hard cap of 100. Reaching this Paragon level was a long grind, with many runs through the most dense of dungeons. But the fact that there was a definite cap meant that there was a real sense of accomplishment when you reached it. I managed to level both my monk and wizard to 100 back in the day, and damn did it feel good. The early Paragon system was not perfect, of course, as it did not give the player any choice as to what the bonus per level gained was. Instead, this was a couple of points of main stat, a point in each secondary stat, and some vitality. But even with this lack of choice, the system was more enjoyable because of the cap, because you had a solid goal shared by everyone to aim for. When Reaper of Souls was released, the system changed, in part for the better, but also in one regard, most definitely for the worse. In its favour, it did introduce the ability for the player to choose what bonus they received for each level, at least for the first 800 Paragon. Hold up, did you say 800? That's right, I did. The cap of 100 was removed, the rate at which Paragon was gained was also increased dramatically, and this meant that a player could grind and grind and grind and always have Paragon to earn. Now, this might sound good, always having something to strive for, but paradoxically, in the end it felt bad. Once the first 800 levels where the player had some choice had passed, the player was limited to boosting main stats for all eternity. For people to compete in the leaderboards meant a sentence of endless Paragon grind, long after your gear was maxed out. I believe it hurt the game in the long run, and was one of Blizzard's biggest mistakes in Diablo III. So what about Paragon in Diablo IV? What do we know about it? Well, we learned in previous blog posts that there will be a lot of choice. Far more it seems than we have enjoyed in previous games. The new Paragon boards, which allow the player to choose their path to specific bonuses, socket runes for additional gains, and even join boards together, proves to be a system with almost limitless opportunities for builds. In a recent interview with the Diablo IV game director, he commented on the Paragon system several times, and even mentioned the following.
Approaching Diablo IV, we really wanted to make it a combination of all the experiences that have come before, whether it's the returning to darkness that we saw in Diablo I, a lot of the really crunchy mechanics that you could get into in Diablo II, and our revised Paragon system, which is capped in Diablo IV, is a great example of that.
Let's just play that one more time, as it's not totally clear.
Our revised Paragon system, which is capped in Diablo IV, is a great example of that.
That's right. The game director just dropped a Paragon bombshell. Diablo IV will have a Paragon cap at launch. To me, this is some of the best news I've heard about the game recently, and turns what was looking like a good Paragon system into a great one. Hopefully the rate at which Paragon is accumulated will be similar to that in the early days of Diablo III, as the pacing felt good and there was a real sense of achievement. If the audio of the interview was not clear, we also have this in writing thanks to GameSpot in Tamoor Hussein's interview, where he asks what lessons were learned from Diablo III. Game director Joe Shelley stated, "I think there are lots of ways that we've looked at lessons learned from previous games too. You know, Paragon is capped." I think this makes it clear that the Diablo IV development team also realised that a cap on Paragon is a good thing, and will benefit the game. I hope they stick to this decision, and it makes it into the game's release. Click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on my new videos. And also, why not check out my Discord? The link can be found in the description below. Shout out to my patrons, Hot Apple Pie and Solarath Magnetar, for the continued support. I'm Grey Tiger. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.